Luke Kornet. His first career playoff start. Kristaps Porzingis is available. The bench.
Luke Kornet was that effective on the floor for Boston. They start double big, of course, here.
Holiday first shot won't go. Josh Hart with the black eye and some stitches above grabs the first rebound. Karl Anthony Towns goes right at Horford. The running shot. Banker is good. What a tough shot.
Your best players to come out and play with force early. I love that aggression by Karl Anthony Towns to start.
He had a quiet game the other night. Kornet flips it out. Beautiful pass from Kornet. Three-pointer won't go, and Anunoby ahead to Brunson. Brunson pulls off his three. And Holiday the rebound. Holiday off the bounce. Brunson chasing him. Jalen Brown almost traveled. Throws it away.
Hill early.
The degree of difficulty on that shot, especially for a 7-footer. The foul call.
17 to 23s because New York might have a math problem. But Jalen Brown attacks quicker than Jason Tatum. The ball moved just a little more.
Mikal Bridges keeps his dribble alive. Nice reverse using that left hand. And the Knicks score the first 4 points. Holiday to White. White fires away. White has been red hot the last 3 games. Was spectacular in game 5 the other night. Was the Celtics knocking down threes the last 3 games after a rough start to the series. Brunson and Anunoby corner 3. Kornet the rebound. And here's Brown. Brown double teamed. Gets it inside to Kornet. Throws it away. Another turnover. Horford and Holiday are back. Good transition defense from the Celtics. Kornet comes way out on Towns. The fake, the drive. Bridges a 3.
Hayes.
Celtics have missed their first 3 shots with a couple of turnovers. White, nice lob inside to Kornet. Fumbles the ball just a bit. Looking, shot clock at 7. White catches it off the bounce. You're okay to look ugly on those. Brown knocks down the 3.
His decision making, the 12 assists, opportunistically scoring, getting downhill aggressive. Brilliant game.
That's the most assists he's had in any game. Playoffs here. Something he talks about all the time, how much he prides himself on being a great two-way player. And Anunoby nearly knocked it away. White gets away, layup too strong. Towns gets the rebound. Hard again, looks to push. He's the pace setter often for the Knicks. Gets knocked down. And
If he doesn't fall, the call is not made.
Brunson looking. Pass deflected and stolen by Holiday. 2-on-1, Brown gets it, sidestep, layup is good. Defense turning to us.
One of the reasons why I think the Knicks struggled last game is when you're a player, you have a shot chart. Hey, this is Derek White's shot. This is Drew Holiday's shot. With Jason Tatum out, every player's shot chart changes. All of a sudden, they know they can be more aggressive, and you're not always prepared for that.
Entry pass inside to Towns. He's swarmed, can't get the shot to go. Wanted a foul. Holiday trying to spin in. Hart battling Holiday. Boy, a lot of contact. Holiday throws it up. That won't go. Very physical start.
I swear to you, I think that's a foul.
Is that Albert's big brother or little brother? Of contact allowed, and they've let it go both sides so far in the first 4 minutes. Jalen Brown pulls up, jump shot, comes up short. Well contained. Brown again gets the assignment on Brunson. You talk about defensive player. Brunson, nice spin move. Jumper's good. His first field goal. Quickly down the other end as Brown gets Kornet blocked by Anunoby. Brunson the other way, pulls up, 3-pointer off the mark. Rebound, Bridges, back up and in. Early 3-point lead. Kornet hands off to Brown. Brown gets inside, blocked again by Anunoby. Picked up by Brunson. Back for Hart. Hart on the drive. Finds Bridges. Finds the corner. Finds the bottom of the net. Timeout. 7 of the minutes through the first 5 games. Yet it's the Knicks with a 3-2 lead. Brown. And Anunoby right behind him. Holiday fakes. Now drive. Shot clock at 6. Gets inside. Can't get it to go. But Kornet right there on the follow. Cornette was magnificent with 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 block shots in his performance. Again, Kristaps Porzingis not 100%. He can play today and is coming into the game as we speak. But Cornette gets the start. Shot clock at 4. Hart has some room. Three-pointer won't go. White with the rebound. Two teams combined just 2 for 9 from 3. Holiday goes inside. Alley-oop, but through Tory Booz, the former Knicks draft pick. You can tell he is not even close to 100%.
He's felt a step slow and out of rhythm, Mike, and you wonder, is it affecting his confidence right now?
Brunson against Brown. Feed inside to Hart. Can't get it to go. Anunoby the rebound. Towns against Brown. Gets inside. Goes reverse. Can't get it. Hart the rebound. Brings it back out. Looking for somebody to get it to. Finds Anunoby. His jumper well contested by Porzingis. Boy, that size. He has always been a terrific defensive player. Hauser from way outside. Both teams really struggling shooting early on. Towns, long three. Got it.
As a fan, you love it. That space, that's just too much space for him to take up.
It's an unnatural kick, and that's what gets the foul call. So first on Towns. Porzingis, guarded by Anunoby. Turn, shoots, can't get to the full. Rebound. Hart tracks it down. Hart already with 3 assists and 4 boards. Kicks it out. Anunoby in the corner. Fires away. Can't hit the 3. Hart tips it. Towns running after it and draws the. Towns against Brown. Drives on him, gets inside, overpowers. Towns doing a little flexing. He's got 4 early points. Jalen Brown comes right back.
I think your point is he's got to be as aggressive defensively, Karl Anthony Towns.
So Jalen Brown, 8 of the 10 points. What was one of the impressive things about Brown the other night? He didn't feel like he had to come out and score 42. You can hear the crowd so desperate, and Robinson as well.
Well, I think the missed free throws don't necessarily hurt him as much as when he makes one. The crowd, the energy, everybody feeds off of that. So they're waiting to give him that rousing applause and just an offer.
Knocks down the second one. And there's that. Robinson's a huge factor. I have to find ways to negate that. Pritchard, guarded by Robinson. Got pretty quick feet for a big guy. Pritchard inside. Robinson, though.
He is outside of the game, and they bring Karl Anthony Towns back in.
Towns might stay out to the 2-minute mark. That's again when the rule changes. Brown has it. Anunoby gets caught on a screen. Towns guarding Brown. Step back. Long three-pointer. That's good. Jalen Brunson. He's got 11 points already.
And immediately, their best big defender checks out, and the Celtics go right at Cat.
Towns misses. Pritchard the rebound. Pritchard bringing his usual energy and grit in the Game 5 victory. Jalen Brown spinning double team. Pritchard lines it up. That one off the mark. Right into the hands of Porzingis. Out to Hauser. Hauser tries a 3. Can't get it to fall. Brown. The tip goes to Hart. Hart wants to get it to Towns. Nice give and go. Extra pass. Wide open 3. Towns the rebound. Back up. Shot is good. One of the more aggressive. Porzingis, no hesitation. He has just not been able to get the.
That's on the offensive glass. We're going to execute better on the offensive end.
What did you think about your pace?
It can be better.
Thank you,
We got to play
Coach.
faster. We got to play harder.
Thank you, Coach. Mike.
All right, Lisa, as we open up the second, neither team shot the ball well. Deuce McBride, his three-pointer's good. McBride has shot the ball well from three-point range in this series. Holiday holding. Holiday and White did not score in that first quarter. Now with Brown on the bench, Holiday wild shot. One of the more improved three-point shooters in the league after his early start. Bridges gets inside, can't get it, gets his own rebound, brings it back up and bangs it home. Mikal Bridges off to an excellent start. He's got 12.
Knicks really hurting them on the offensive glass. They are +9 in that category.
6 offensive boards for the Knicks. White, who was magnificent in game 5 scoring, fires one up there. Go out of
3 for 18.
White had that 34-point gem in game 5. Bridges against Pritchard, trying to find an opening. And a reconditioned athletes in the entire NBA. It was off to a great start. Has 13 of their 20 points. Towns against Holiday, falling away. High arcing shot, misses. Horford able to catch it. White ahead to Pritchard. Back to White. Holiday fakes, drives, kicks it out. Brown gets a bounce. Oh, great recovery from Robinson. Brown was ready to shoot it. Ball knocked loose and stolen by Mitchell Robinson.
Come on, Mike. The sprint to the corner, the recovery, so good by Mitchell Robinson.
Towns fakes, Towns drives, Towns finishes. But when he's been healthy, he's one of the top offensive rebounders, one of the best pick and roll defenders. Shot blockers as well. Pritchard finds some room, launches that, won't go. Rebound Bridges. Boston 3 for 12 from 3. Bridges picked up by Horford. Makes his move, loves that 1-foot shot, can't get it. Rebound, Hart knocked out of his hands by Horford. Good play. Robinson shaken up, landed on his back. Pritchard finds Brown. Brown sees an opening, goes inside.
He does it every single night. Those trenches are not for the meek of heart.
Bridges, a strong first half so far. He has not been effective in the first half offensively so far in this series. Little shake and bake move, shot won't go. Brown snatches the rebound, nearly taken away by Hart, and Brown almost lost it. Both teams kind of losing control of the ball a bit, maybe a little slippery. Derek White sees the opening, drives inside, and White with his first points. Knicks 38% from the field, and they lead by 11. Celtics just 32%. Anunoby hits a 3. What a nightmare. 12 knocks down his second field goal. His defense has been elite, but it was a struggle in game 5 in Boston. Horford rattles that one in.
I love that. To give you what he has. It's again, like you said, DB, other players got to show up. They need Drew Holiday. They need Derek White to get going.
McBride against White, falling away. Bank shot is good. Deuce McBride off the bench with 5 points. Knicks don't normally get a lot of offensive contributions from the bench. McBride the key there. White finds some room. White got knocked down. Anunoby the rebound. A lot of contact there. Hart brings it up, fires it out to Bridges, throws it back. McBride fights over the screen. Robinson with some help. Brown rises up, his 3-pointer won't go. Robinson with a rebound. Knicks +6 on the boards. And Todd Thibodeau here, so I had a chance to see, and he must be absolutely devastated. But his mental toughness is going to come in handy. He has handled the scrutiny of being a star in Boston as Brunson gets inside and scores. Tatum has handled of being a star in Boston and being a star in the NBA with such poise and class. He's a remarkable young man.
And he's a worldwide star. When you are the star, and we're looking forward to him coming back.
He's about to make his 4th straight first-team All-NBA. I'll be shocked if he doesn't.
Can't you be a beacon for success coming from something very difficult? Those are the moments that Joe Mazzulla loves.
Just so you know, Brad Stevens is not listening to us.
I know.
Couple of illegal screens on each side. Pritchard has some room, can't get it to go. Holiday tips it out to White. White, the quick release, can't get that to go. The struggles continue from 3-point range. Now 3 for 16 for Boston.
And Mike, a lot of these have been fairly good looks for the Celtics.
And an OB guarded by Pritchard. Pritchard, a tough defender. For the Knicks, Anunoby on NBA.com/ID. 16-4. A lot of that with Jalen Brunson on the bench. Brunson obviously back in now. Leading scorer for the Knicks, Towns. Leading scorer for the Celtics, that man, Jalen Brown. Double team, gets it inside to Cornette. Cornette, February of 2018 with the Knicks. It was in Toronto. He had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 block shots. I remember calling that game. His mother was in the stands screaming like no other mother. She was so proud of her son. Hart, meanwhile.
Be opportunistic where you attack.
Hart misses the free throw, gets his own rebound, head fake. McBride out, Anunoby. Wide open three-pointer. Ball tipped back to Anunoby. Drives again, pass deflected and stolen by White. Great anticipation. White drives, blocked by McBride. Deuce McBride comes from behind. Hard on the drive, flips it.
Feeding off of this crowd is tremendous.
That block was so close to hitting the backboard first. Knicks with a 20-point lead. Celtics have had a bunch of those in this series. First time the Knicks have been up 20. Boston still shooting just 31%. The Celtics 3 for 16 from 3. Brunson with Brown right with him. Flips it up. Shot is good. Jalen Brunson now with 6 points. A 22-point lead. Richard pulls back. The Knicks defense has been excellent. You expected this type of desperation after the loss in Game 5. Oh, that was awful.
Great drop.
Just the typical Josh Hart game. Porzingis misses the second. Towns 13 points, 5 rebounds in 15 minutes in the first half. Brunson pulls back. Brown looking. Back up top, Horford. Horford, quick release on the three. Can't get it to fall. Brunson a rebound. Knicks now plus 11 on the boards. Brunson drives at Derek White. Floats it up. Shot's good. Back 3-point lead. Not considered a foul, just considered a violation. As Brunson trying to get free. Offense. Brown a couple of fakes. Anunoby reaches in.
The team that was disappointed in their Game 5. Their defense has been better. They've attacked the paint relentlessly here.
McBride. 3-pointer, one go. Offensive rebound from Robinson. Knocked out of his hands by Porzingis. Brown pulls up his 3-pointer. Short. Robinson the rebound. A massive struggle from beyond the arc. Both teams have shot poorly. Knicks not much better, just 5 of 18. Brunson gets free. Anunoby fakes, sidestep, his 3-pointer. Robinson tips it, comes down with it. Back out to McBride. Up top, Towns, 3-pointer. Holiday wanting to post up Brunson down low. Gets the feed from Porzingis. Falling away, can't get it.
Try and just win each quarter. Like whittle it down a little bit. Maybe try and win by 12 points. I know the task is big, but this is the mentality. If we can win this quarter by 10, 12, put it in a position to try and put some more pressure on the Knicks.
Anunoby gets the pass and the finish. Josh Hart with a beautiful pass, up by 29.
In the first 5 minutes for the Knicks, you want to put absolutely no doubt in your minds that you are walking out of here with a win.
Jalen Brown lines it up, can't get to the fall. White tips it, ball knocked loose. Cornette had it, lost it. Cornette who got the start. Porzingis coming off the bench. Towns, Anunoby fakes, drives, gets inside, shots good.
And try to stay in front of a great driver.
Let's send it to Lisa.
Well, Mike, not the start to the set. I told them we have to have the perspective that in the first 2 games, we were up 20 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we lost both games. He said, we're not going to get it back in 1 possession. We've got to cut into this deficit 1 possession at a time.
So far, that's been difficult to start the third. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, that's what the coach, they always talk about. Long game, 3-pointer makes a difference. Hart looking, blocked by Cornette. He had 7 the other night. That's his first one tonight. Jalen Brown. White lines up and gets it to go. Maybe the
Celtics. Can we put a run on them where they have to call a timeout, make them have to rethink some things? But that's a large task right now.
Meanwhile, is there a way that the Knicks should play with this big lead? You change it all the way you play because you've got such an enormous lead.
You want to play with intensity, you want to play with the pace, but not as many quick shots.
Holiday throws it ahead to Brown. Brown drives on Towns, shut off. Horford. White hands off. Holiday. Holiday makes his drive on Bridges.
Gracious defender.
Jalen Brown searching. Brown also 4 assists with the 18 points. But somebody's got to help pick up the slack scoring, and White perhaps doing that. Huge leads can disappear if you're knocking down threes. And perhaps nobody does that with a flurry better than the Celtics. Brown has been guarding Brunson. Done an excellent job in the other game on game 5. Bridges lines that up. Can't get it to fall. Ball deflected. Picked up by Holiday. Holiday to White. White, one of the quickest releases in the game. Can't get that to fall. Josh Hart grabs the rebound. His 9th. Anunoby. That ball was kicked, but goes to Bridges. Bridges' shot is good. Knicks from.
I haven't seen a miss kick like that in a while. That open.
Brunson helping out. Brown goes right at him, gets into the paint. Offensive foul on Jalen.
Many times.
We're in uncharted territory. Brunson, step back, three-pointer. Got it. And both here in the building here tonight.
That's unfair to put the Charlotte Hornets on that list.
With Larry Johnson sitting there.
That's unfair.
Holiday kicks it out. Horford, quick catch and shoot. Air ball. Cornette had it, lost it. The Knicks have come out strong here in the third. You knew the Celtics were going to try and put a dent early on. Hart nails a 3. Bridges hounding White. Crowd been chanting defense all night long. Brown up top. Horford fakes. Can't get it to go. 5 on the 24. Drives inside to Cornette. No. Jalen Brown way off.
Devin, with this time in, it's more about your mentality than it is about the shots that you shoot. If you're the Boston Celtics, you just have to keep playing aggressive basketball.
Towns gets inside. 18 points, also 7 rebounds. Chance of Knicks in 6. Well, there's still 19.5 minutes to go, but the Knicks with a 37-point lead. Hart nearly pokes it away. Hart still getting after it. Picks up his 4th foul. And we talk about important trades. That was such a huge trade for the Knicks, getting Josh Hart. As Brown shot blocked by Bridges, picked up by Towns. Brunson one-on-one with White. Telling Towns to come up top. Towns fakes. Towns drives, gets inside. The runner can't get to the full. Tipped and taken by Horford. Brown on the run. Brown strips. Bridges with the defensive play. Jalen Brunson, who fouled out in game 5, had 5 fouls in that third quarter. He was so disappointed in his performance and his team's performance. Towns catches 3-pointer, and Jalen Brown grabs it.
Yeah, but it's just Josh Hart's so aware as a cutter, like understanding what they need from him in a particular moment.
Now Horford able to knock down his first 3-pointer.
Well, DB, he's not a big finisher. He can finish, but he's not going to go. So if he feels any help, he starts to look out for those outlets. That's where his passing is next level on those rolls.
See Al Horford out there challenging Brunson, calling out his teammates to his chief assistant when they won the title in 08. Calls Boston a special place. Boston's been the enemy for the last couple of weeks for him in this series. Hart kicks it out. Anunoby wide open. Can't get the 3. Hart grabs another rebound.
It's an easy opportunity. They don't make it, but exactly what you need.
Brunson on the drive, gets inside, flips it up, and that's good. Chance of MVP for Jalen Brunson.
Season, of course, Stephanie has coached Alana in the past. Natasha Howard, another vet.
Look, I'm going to say it's my liberty are picked to be the defending, win the championship again. That's the part Joe and Claire side. What they've done with that franchise has been amazing. Yes, yes. Where do they play at? They play at Barclays.
Okay.
Okay, they play at Barclays. So a little connection there.
Celtics force a turnover, but Towns gets it right back. 14 Boston turnovers, 9 for the Knicks. Josh Hart finds Brunson. Brunson drives, flips it up, won't go. Towns shares in double figures, plus Hart with 8 points. 6 on the 24. Towns steps back, comes up way short. Air ball. And Brown comes the other way. Brown pulls back. Sets, fires. Can't get it to go. Another rebound for Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks have dominated the boards, plus 14. They've dominated most areas.
Grab it or wrap your arm around it.
Towns' second foul. White had what, that career-type game as Brown gets inside, lays it up and in. Brown with 20 points, 31-point game. Hart does a lot of initiating the offense. Had 7 triple-doubles during the regular season. Not make that 9 triple-doubles during the regular season. Towns goes right at White, lays it up and in. 21 for Towns. White foul by Brunson.
When you put a smaller player on him.
Brown backs in. Brunson tries to stop. 9 assists, close to a triple-double. Torrey Craig, Pritchard, Cornette, Hauser, and Shireman out there for the Boston Celtics. Shireman, line drive, won't go. Cornette the rebound. And Craig hits the three-pointer.
Now, they have a chance to go to the conference finals. They finish this out, but how long is he going to keep it?
Usually even huge differences in the score like this, usually it's, I think the earliest I've seen him do it is like 8 minutes to go in the quarter. But as Shireman gets in.
It looks like moving forward. 8-minute mark. I think you'd be comfortable there.
It's actually an 11-0 run going back to the end of the third quarter. Brunson gets inside, flips it up and in. 20 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds for Jalen Brunson. Torrey Craig, an in-season signee from the free agent, a veteran. Hart drives, Craig may have got a... And the guy who did it...
Keep the audience guessing.
Clyde Frazier.
Clyde Frazier.
From that team, Bill Bradley's here as well tonight. Hauser can't get it. Bridges makes his move. Bridges, after a subpar game, game 5. Excellent game here in game 6. Nails another. 17 points from Mikal Bridges. Also had a couple of blocks, couple of steals. Shireman lets it go and gets that one to fall.
He had a little hamstring twinge a couple of games ago. You're putting him back in with 9 minutes to go in this game. 17 years of experience. Tibbs is an outstanding coach. You have to start regulating your players, and that starts now.
Well, you see Top Thibodeau still out there barking out the instructions as Pritchard steps back, knocks down the 3. By the way, Josh Hart, off those free throws in that last assist, has a triple-double, 10 points, 10 assists, 11 rebounds. So the first triple-double in playoff history for the Knicks in 54 years. McBride. Mitchell Robinson back to McBride. Inside to Hart. Back out Brunson. Three-pointer. And the Knicks keep
The contract between Brown, Tatum, White, Holiday, and Porzingis, $200 million owed in this era of that punitive second apron. It's an incredible list of decisions coming at the Boston Celtics while new ownership takes over the group.
Yeah, those are some tough decisions to make. You have so much talent, but literally with the new CBA, it becomes harder and harder to keep that talent together.
And the Tatum injury just changes it because you don't know, will he be able to come back?
Warriors won another championship. So sometimes it's worth keeping it together till you can get your core healthy.
Hauser comes up with it. Xavier Tillman getting his first action here in the playoffs. Fred the rebound. Shireman, Pritchard, and Hauser.
And Mike, it took Rick Brunson in a game earlier in this series, walking up to time, I don't know, but I would think you're starting to plant the seed here, at least.
Well, three starters still in the game. Anunoby steps back, knocks down the three. Nice bounce back game for Anunoby. 23 points, 8 rebounds, some terrific defense. By the way, the Knicks haven't clinched a playoff series at home since 1999.
Have one of the elite late defense. They have balance, and to take down the defending champion the way they have, even with the injury to Jason Tatum, this team was in control of the series at the time.
But if you talk to the Knicks players, and obviously to Tom Thibodeau, this will be again the first time they make the conference final in 25 years, but they're not satisfied with that. They've got the Indiana four.
Well, if they want more, I suggest getting some more of these players out of the game with 6 minutes to go, respectfully.
Well, Doris, what you said, just all you need is one guy to step on somebody's ankle. Bridges knocking that one down. Bridges, an excellent game as well. 6 players in double figures for the Knicks. 3 of them make that 4 of them 20 or more. As we're past the halfway point. Nice move there.
You think about that Pacer matchup, boy. It's different because the pieces are different. What I recollect about that series, number one, the Knicks were a little bit banged up, but remember Aaron Nesmith.
Rome, they really made that backcourt struggle. It is going to be a tall task for both teams, really, but the Knicks, that defense that Indiana's playing right now is special.
J.D. Davison's come on. Jordan Walsh has come on. Shireman. Towns are 21 and 12. Jalen Brunson just got off the bench. Looked like he was going over to talk to Tom Thibodeau. Towns 21 points and 12 rebounds.
Can I make this point though, Mike? When as a player, you earn the right to come out of the game early. You earn the right. You play so hard to be in that position that you can take time off the last 5-6 minutes of the game. I'm going to play so hard and have such a big lead that in the last 5 minutes, I've earned the right to sit out, to get a standing ovation, to allow other players that we might need to get minutes later in the game.
P.J. Tucker, that's the chant right now. The veteran is going to come into the game as Achua tips it up and in. Shireman still has 4 minutes remaining. Tillman lost the dribble momentarily, gets it back, kicks it out. Shireman spots up. It's the side of the backboard. Keita on the follow. So P.J. Tucker at 40 years old out there on the floor. Had not played in the playoffs. Only played 3 games this season. Knicks signed him to a 10-day contract in March. But you talk to everybody on the team, they feel he's made an impact in terms of his leadership. He's a straight shooter. He gets after guys. Also encourages them. One of those veterans that every team loves to have. Davison can't get it to go. Boy, this has been some strange series. After the first two Knicks wins in Boston, you heard, hey, the Celtics might be done. Then they come here to the Garden and dominate game 3, and you heard the Knicks might not win another game in this series. And then game 4, and the Tatum injury, this series is over. But then the Celtics come back in game 5 with that inspiring victory in Boston without their star player. And you thought if any team could possibly pull it off, maybe these Celtics could. The Knicks quickly dashed any hopes, especially in that second quarter. They threw a couple of haymakers in the second quarter, and the Celtics couldn't recover.
Put on it for this reason. Yeah, here comes Tyler Kolek. An afternoon, and he deserves an ovation. He's been critical to their success in that 6-man role along with Mitchell Robinson.
And he is. Mark it, time of death, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Boston Celtics.
Shireman, stolen by McBride to get one more steal before he comes out of the game. Shot, three-pointer won't go, and Tillman grabs it. You could say this is the most important Knick game in 25 years. It's a fan base that's been waiting for a long, long time.
I came into the league. They have battled to be in this position. Everyone that they have brought in and have hired, it has been magnificent to watch them.
We'll find out who's going to play Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals after tomorrow's game in Oklahoma City. But as impressive, or Sunday that is, that game is Sunday. As impressive as the Celtics were in game 5 and the way they dominated to keep their season alive, this was equally impressive how the Knicks just didn't give Boston a chance in this game.
He touched on it, Mike. Jalen Brunson was disgusted with the effort, his own individually and theirs. And they play.
And for them, number one is that Tom Thibodeau's going to return to a conference final. He did that in 2011 with the Bulls. They lost to Miami that year. That was his first year as head coach. I think they won 60-something games that year. 62. Well, the fans chanting goodbye to the Celtics. For a long time, it still is a rivalry between the fans. But Celtics, of course, have dominated on the court in terms of how many conference finals and titles. Back in the 70s and the 80s, they had some amazing playoff series. That's a long time ago. Well, it wasn't a wire-to-wire victory. Celtics briefly had a lead, but it was as dominant a clinching victory as you could have, especially against a defending champion, although one that was missing their best player. And now the Knicks can dribble it out. For the first time in 2.5 decades, the New York Knicks are going to a conference final. And they do it in dominant fashion as they defeat the Celtics in 6 games. It's the